This video is brought to you by EA Game Changers. We are not being paid. They simply sent us the pack early. I say we because, you know, cat. I have early access to The Sims 4 Cottage Living right now, but because of that, I also have early access to the new patch. So I thought I could show you all what's coming for free to everyone in the base game with the next patch. I have a really weird version of the game right now. Basically, when they do these early access things for expansion packs, it's like early access. Usually we can't get like early access to a game before the update comes out, because in order for them to give me Cottage Living, the patch has to be out for Cottage Living to work. So I don't have like real Cottage Living yet because it's not finished yet. So instead, I have like an early build on a separate version of The Sims 4 in my library right now. So when I open up Origin, there's like the real Sims 4 and then this weird version of The Sims 4, a second game in my library. And this second game has just the base game and Cottage Living. It has like a weird watermark flashing on the screen. The library and gallery don't work, they're disabled, but we have the update so I can show you all what comes in it. I made a list. Usually updates before expansion packs are pretty big. They'll come with, oh, that's my cat. Thank you. They'll come with a big build tool, think like the staircase update or the platforms from Snowy Escape. Sometimes they'll have new gameplay features, like they added firefighters back when Eco Lifestyle came out, and ladders and stuff like that. This time, we have a bunch of things. So I want to start off with the Goth family to take you through what I am most excited about, which is the new group cooking and group gardening they are adding. So coming to everyone in the base game, if you've got enough counter space in your kitchen, that's the one caveat. When you go to cook something, you can press cook together with, and then you can select people in your household to cook as a group, including children. They can't cook on their own, but kids can be taught to cook by an adult. So if we have them all come, we can all make a meal together. Obviously, there's a few new recipes that come with the expansion pack, so ignore those. But like, we could all make a hamburger cake together. This is my first time doing this, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm quite excited about it. So it looks like Bella started. She spent some money. Mortimer's got something going on here. Kids, chop chop. I wonder if it's like not necessary for the kids to cook. Oh, here he goes. I was gonna say, I wonder if like the kids don't need to cook this one because like they don't need that many Sims to do it, but they're starting. Oh, here she goes. And they're all gaining a sentiment as well. Cooking together. Sims that cook together stay together. Without food, we would not exist. It's food that created us, food that connects us, food that binds us. But look, even Alex can do it. They all have like zero cooking skill, by the way, so I probably should have picked a better Sim to start with. Are we gonna have like 4 separate cakes, or did they all just help mix the one cake? I think each of them helped mix part of the one cake is what is, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? I'm trying, this happened last time too. I'm trying to show off the new stuff. Oh, it didn't even break the whole stove. Well, does that mean you didn't finish cooking it? Because it caught fire? Are you serious? Right. Show off the new update. No. We're doing this again. I don't care if you have school. You are making grilled cheese. Yes, you should skip school for this. I don't care if you have work. We are making grilled cheese as a group. I wonder what they're mixing. Like, Bella's doing the main cooking, right? I wonder what the kids are meant to be mixing. Like, if Bella's making grilled cheese, what are you doing? Anyway, the kids gain mental skill from this, and you can cook with like up to 5 Sims total. Look, they made the grilled cheese. Oh, there's 12 of them instead of 8. Oh, that makes sense. Because more than one person helped, there's more grilled cheese. Instead of just 8, they made 12. I like that. But anyway, kids can't cook on their own. They have to have an adult teaching them. But if the adult is helping, the kids can help out as well. And they added group gardening too. Let me grab some seeds. Same thing, kids can't really do much gardening on their own. Like at first they can't plant seeds or anything, but they can help water things. And then once they get a higher mental skill, they'll be able to plant stuff and weed things on their own. So if I just plant a bunch of this stuff, you can press water together, but look, the kid, Alex can come do this himself. Before, kids couldn't take part in gardening, but now children can. He can water them. They also have some new like ask if lonely type interactions as well. So the kids can talk to the plants. I'm gonna cheat and give Alex a higher mental skill so we can have him practice planting things. I think it's like level 4 they need to be in order for the kids to be able to plant and weed stuff. But with a higher mental skill, he can also plant stuff himself. So you can have kids do your gardening for you. I love that. In general, I'm also just kind of excited about the thought of like my Sims being able to garden together. Like I pressed water together. We don't have many plants, so he did it all already. But if we had like a bunch of plants, we could have like Alex and Morty water everything at once together. And it's just really cute. I love that kind of bonding, like family activity. I am so glad they did this. The cooking thing has like shocked me. I can see why kids could be able to plant stuff themselves. It's not that surprising, but the cooking thing is so cute. Like picture grandma and Alex like making cookies together. Hello? I love it. I love it. There's a few more gameplay things I've noticed as well. Do you see this extra button up here? They've moved some things on the UI around. So now the center on lot button is at the top, next to like the walls up, camera controls, all that stuff is up here. Down in the bottom, you might notice I don't have seasons installed, but there's a calendar. So when you open this up, they've brought the calendar forward to the base game for everybody. You can't like make holidays or anything without seasons, but you can see the calendar. So you could like schedule events from it in just the base game. These things are from the new pack, but you can tell that we have the birthdays on the calendar, which is kind of cool. And then if I wanted to, you could like add an event on any day, even without the seasons pack. So I'm really glad they did this. This calendar is like one of the most useful things in The Sims 4. And now I'm wondering if they maybe like made it so that the City Living festivals show up on the calendar too. I'm not sure. But from now on, everybody can see the calendar. It helps be able to see like every Sims schedule all at once too. Like this kind of thing is just super useful. This thing too, they've added the notebook and made it more obvious. Obviously, Morty has no notebook stuff. Before you could access this notebook from the phone, it was a little bit more confusing, but they added it so it's more obvious. This is where your Sim, if they learn things about gardening or like learn things about fish, it like adds it there into the notebook. I'm gonna be honest, I like never use that, but it's more obvious down in the bottom now. They've also added a new thing called lot challenges in the base game. This is like a super category of a lot trait. There are 2 new ones that came with the new pack, but there's one in the base game, and I think there's a few other ones from other packs that are like categorized here. So unlike just the regular like homey type lot traits, the lot challenges ones affect gameplay more strongly. Like, you know how off the grid makes it so that no objects that use power or water function? That's a lot challenge as opposed to a lot trait. The simple living one makes it so that you have to have all of the food required to cook things on your lot. So like if you wanted to make mac and cheese, your Sim like has to have cheese and milk in their inventory to cook it, because the new pack has groceries, which is so cool. But that's one of the pack ones. But you kind of get the idea where like it's more than just a lot trait. It doesn't just make it so that your Sims get like a little boost in skills. It like makes it more difficult to play the game, therefore they're in the challenges section. And because the lot challenge thing is base game, I'm really curious to see like what other lot challenges they'll do in the future. Like the fact that they've made this kind of implies to me that they're planning on making more, which I think is very cool. All right. But onto the build mode tools. They have made a bunch of changes, taking us to a big lot to mess with this because we've got ponds now. Right off the bat, you're probably noticing this is new. This is a new water decor section. It's got a bunch of spawners that you can put on and around your ponds. These are all base game and new. So you can put like a duck spawner in your pond and it'll have ducks, like duck effects there. I'll show you. There's like a log, mosquitoes, you know, all that good stuff. And then in build mode, you'll see this part, this whole area looks kind of different. Now pools and fountains are kind of together. So you can access pools, pool trims, fountains, fountain trims, all in one menu. They've added this new like water decor section. It's got all the different watercolors you can change to, all the pond objects, all sorts of fountain decorations, the pool objects, and then like these effects and stuff. They've kind of categorized it differently. And then the terrain tools are completely different. They've like massively overhauled terrain paint even. So before we used to like select the size of the brush, now it's a slider and you can make the brush significantly bigger. I think before the biggest was like this big. So you can make the new brush huge if you want to. I mean, look at that. This is a 50 by 50 lot. Like this size is bigger than a lot of lots are. Same with the square brush. You can have an absolutely massive terrain paint square if you want. And then it can get really, really, really tiny. That's just a quarter of a tile there, as you can see. So you have more control over the size of that stuff now. Oh, it just started pouring rain. Speaking of water, this part's not so different. This is how it's always been with the terrain tools. You know, you're able to sort of make terrain heights taller and lower and whatnot. And then with this, you can put water. And the water tool works like a lot of games, like you sort of make a hole and then the water will fill it, depending on how big you've made it. So you can make like whatever shape pond you want. Why does that kind of look like a dinosaur? Like imagine if it had arms, like the head and the tail. Huh. Anyway, you can sort of make whatever shape pond you want. I haven't really mastered the art of this yet, I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't really know what the best shape to make ponds is yet. Oh, that was way too big. I didn't mean to do that. And then depending on how many times you click it and like where you click it, obviously it gets higher and higher. I've noticed that like the highest it can get looks a little bit weird and jagged, but obviously this part is fine and round. So you just gotta, you know, figure out what you want. It's a little bit finicky, but like pretty much every pond tool in any game ever is like that. This is a fill to height tool. It says this tool is useful when attempting to set the exact same water level across multiple separate ponds. So a lot of these tools are like probably a bit more advanced than like the average person might need. Water depth map? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna test this. Oh yeah, it auto set it to the same height. Instead of just putting it like lower up, I can like pick a height that I want the water to be at and then set it. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then obviously you can remove the water. Then you can change the water color. They've got like some weird kind of scary leafy ones. I'm not sure about these, but they're kind of fun to have the option of. There's like a more murky kind of gross water. And then there's like the standard pool water. We've got a new lily pad in the base game. Look at how cute this is. Comes in some different colors. This is that fishing tool I was talking about. This log actually has some effects on it. Let me bring a sim here so I can show you. Here, this is my sim. I'm just gonna bring her so we can look at this. So you can only stock the pond with fish that you've discovered. And to discover fish, you like have to find them in your notebook basically. So my sim's never fished, so she can't really stock the pond with fish yet. But like once she's like discovered a new kind of fish, like if she went fishing in a regular pond, come on bestie, no pressure. Everybody's just watching so we can test this. Well, you didn't catch a single thing? Not a welcome wagon, please go away. I'm having some serious fish problems. Oh my God. You know what? Testing cheats on there. Stats, dot, set, underscore, skill, underscore, level. Major underscore fishing 10. There. That will solve my problem. There, a bass. See? And then that'll be in the notebook under the fishing category. You get it. But then once she's caught one, you can stock the pond with bass so that you can like catch bass in this pond. And we can stock it with goldfish. But then you can come and have her fish in this pond. So they can just fish anywhere in a private pond, basically that way. Then obviously she can only catch the fish that are stocked in it, but that's how that works. Okay, but fishing isn't the only thing you can do in the pond. You can also look for frogs. So she'll like get in the pond and start digging around looking for frogs. Did you get one? Oh, she did! She caught a super rare eggplant frog. And you can play in the water. So they won't actually swim in the pond, but they will like stand about this depth and play around in it, which is super cool. And kids can do this too. So honestly, this is a pretty good thing to put on your lot because you can like look for frogs for free money. You can mess around in the pond water. Some of these things have like effects. You can allow turtles to sun on this log and then look, oh my God, a turtle will come sun on the log. There's 2 different kinds of ducks. There's swans, and then you put those spawners down in build mode, kind of like this. You can't actually see the ducks in build mode, but when you go into live mode, there will be ducks floating where the spawner is. I haven't actually tested out this alligator business yet. Let's try that one. Maybe this unidentified submerged object. And then you can put the other spawners, like there's tadpoles, country fish. You can put like the mosquitoes and other things on the ground too. And then it'll spawn, like you see how it's spawning like dragonflies and mosquitoes here? Look, the tadpoles. I'm so excited. You gotta look closely, but there's tadpoles. There's a fish down there. I think this is like the coolest thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. I never expected them to do this. So like, I'm so into this idea. I wonder how rare it is for like these mysterious effects to come up. Like there's an alligator that's supposed to be here. How long do you think until it pops up? Oh, look at that. Oh, weird. Ah, there it is. Did you see that? Oh my God. How cool! Oh, and the turtle's going back to bed. Anyway, the new pond tools they have added are so impressive. You can really customize and make some cool stuff this way, you know? I just love the like effects of having access to like dragonfly spawners as well. It's cool because they obviously already had these, you know, like they've got sort of duck spawners happening in their real ponds. So it's kind of cool that they just gave us the same. They're like, oh, do you want them? Here, have them. And then they make little noises, like the ducks kind of quack sometimes and stuff. There it goes. Look! Oh my God, there's fully an entire alligator in this pond. I love it. You can just make such lively builds with this. I'm so excited. Okay. Anyway, as you can see, pretty big base game update, and it's all coming completely for free to The Sims 4. We don't know when this patch is going to come out. They haven't given us a date yet, so we can only estimate, but using my spidey senses and like guessing based on when the past ones have come out, the expansion pack comes out on Thursday, July 22nd. Usually patches come out on Tuesdays or Thursdays, so based on that, I would bet this patch will come out on the Tuesday before the pack comes out. So I'd expect to see it probably on like July 20th. maybe July 15th if we're lucky, but I think it's more likely it'll come out on the 20th. At the very least, it'll be around then, like right before the expansion pack comes out. So I will keep you posted on that. Oh, you can see the fireflies now more too, look. Oh my god, that's my favorite one. I'm not gonna lie, that's the best part. The little fireflies are the best part, hands down. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting really excited. So I will obviously keep you updated on any news that we have about the update and stuff. So all in all, I'm really impressed with this patch. I did not expect all that extra pond feature stuff. Like, I knew we'd be able to make like a hole and fill it with water, but I did not anticipate being able to play in the ponds or fish in the ponds or put gators in the ponds. Like, that is all, to me, very exciting because I did not see that coming. So, in the comments, let me know, what are you most excited about with these new updates? I'm not gonna lie, the kids cooking, it speaks to my little heart. I cannot wait. I love this kind of family gameplay. Like, your Sims can all fish together in the pond in the backyard. They can play in the pond in the backyard. Like, there's so many, like, base game family type fun things that they added just in this patch. We're on the right track. This is the kind of stuff I want. I've got a bunch of videos on the pack. Obviously, this video was just based on the free stuff in the base game, but I have made lots of videos on the pack itself, so I'll link those down below. And on that note, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Finally, we have gators in The Sims, and I can make my home of Florida. Just build a little house, get some deadly beasts next door. I mean, I'm into it.